L'Oreal on our Saran Pilates. Today we're going to do a mat workout. I'm actually going to do it on the reformer. I just took out the shoulder blocks here. All you need is a pound of light weights. These are 2 pounds. You could also use 1 pound. If you don't have weights, you can grab a can of tomato or some water bottles. Just fill them up with water. It'll give you a little bit of weight there. So just if you're doing it on the reformer, I do have 3 red springs on. You can just load your springs up just so the machine doesn't move. So today we're going to focus on opening the chest up, working the back, working our mid, lower traps, our lats, and just a little bit of abdominal work, focusing on stabilizing the pelvis. So here we go. We're actually going to start with a cat-cow stretch. So we're going to be on our hands and knees. And then just take a second to kind of make sure that those wrists are right underneath your shoulders and that your knees are right underneath your hips. From here, I'm going to soften my elbows because I have tendency to hyperextend so the arms are not locked. We're going to slide the shoulder blades down the back and just make sure that your head is not going down like this. You want to keep it aligned with your spine so that ideally if we were to put a pole here to balance a pole on my back, my tailbone would touch the pole, right between my shoulder blades, and then my head right here. So from here, we're just going to tuck the tailbone. Pubic bone goes to the belly button. Tuck your head, round your back up to the ceiling, and go ahead and exhale. And then inhale, we're going to arch the spine, so let the tailbone lift up. But I want you to focus on, rather than just crunching your lower back, I want you to really pull those shoulder blades down and open up the collarbones. Feel a good stretch for your upper back. And again, tuck your tailbone. Exhale all of your air out. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Activate that core. Inhale, arch. Finding the length in your spine. Exhale. Inhale. One more exhale. Inhale back into your neutral spine. From here, keeping everything the same, keep your knees down. Just lift your right foot off of the mat. Keep your knee down though. We're gonna go ahead and twist to the right. Your foot goes towards the right. You can look at it and then twist to the other side. Foot goes towards the left. So your knee is just kind of pivoting on that mat. This just wakes up our waist. Gets us some lateral flexion here, feels good. One more on each side. And then back to center, put the foot down. Left foot comes up. Go ahead and twist to the left, look at the foot. Then twist to the right. Keep shifting that foot. One more here. Then back to center, put the foot down, keeping everything the same. Pull the abs in, so pull the belly away from the shirt towards the lower back. We're gonna extend the right leg out and keep that right hip level with the left, so we're not lifting up that hip. Pulling those abs in, still nice and maintaining a strong core. We're gonna extend the opposite arm out, that left arm. Really reach from your fingertips to your toes. Make sure that you're not looking up too much. You're looking down to keep the back of the neck nice and long. Reach and bring everything back down. The left leg extends out. Hold. Extend the right arm out. So really by reaching, stretching out the arm, stretching out the leg, you're really connecting with your obliques here. Working on the balance. Bring everything back down. And have a seat. Go ahead and grab your weights. We're going to be kneeling. And I like to have my knees parted and my heels together. It just makes me connect with the back of my body a little bit more. From here, I'm going to have my palms facing the back here. And then I'm going to pretend that I'm squeezing a ball between my knees just to kind of fire up my inner thighs and just get me to connect a little bit more with my core. So, shoulders down away from those ears. We want to kneel tall, but we don't want to pop the chest out. So imagine those ribs pulling towards each other. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to just press back on your exhale. Inhale back just to those hips. And exhale. And back. So we're squeezing the shoulder blades together and down on the back. Really finding that length at the same time. Let's go for 5 more. And 4. And 3. 2. Last one. And back to center. Bring your arms in a gold post. Sliding the shoulder blades down the back. We're just going to squeeze the shoulder blades together and down, and then bring the arms back to the front. Try to keep those upper arms parallel to the floor. Again, if you notice that your shoulders are crunching up to those ears, bring them down. Let's go for 5. Still engaging those inner thighs. 4. 3. Still keeping those ribs closed. 2. Last one. And bring the arms down. We're going to do that one more time. All right. Growing tall. Pressing back. Let's do 10 all together. We're here at 7. 6 more. 2. One more here, you guys. And then bring your arms into a gold post, shoulders down. Exhale, squeeze and lower the shoulder blades down your back. At the same time, almost try like the crown of your head can kind of reach the ceiling. So we're kind of stretching out that spine in opposite directions. Let's go for 5 more. 2. Last one. And bring the arms down. We're going to keep the elbows by the ribs. We're going to hinge forwards, lowering the butt down a little bit. And from here, I want you guys to kind of roll those shoulders back and really feel the width that those collarbones winding up. Abs are pulled in, so you're sandwiching your spine nice and stable. We're just going to hinge at the elbows and extend those arms back and bend the arms back in. Look down towards the floor. So working the triceps here and working the upper back because we're focusing on a nice straight spine, still focusing on rolling the shoulders back so that they're not hunching forwards like this. Let's go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, and come all the way up. Nicely done, you guys. Go ahead and push your weights down. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down, feet in front, and just go ahead and lie down on your back. All right, from here, hands are gonna go behind your head. I like to put my thumbs right behind my earlobes here, and my fingers kind of touching or slightly interlacing behind my head. It just feels nicer for me to keep my shoulders away from my ears. So hands behind the head, finding that neutral spine here. So making sure that you have a little space underneath your lower back, your tailbone's down, and your ribs are down. From here, I'm going to scoop the belly in. I'm going to nod the chin a little bit just to lengthen the back of the neck. And then you guys on your exhale, head and shoulders come up in one piece. Right to the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Once you're up here, check that your shoulders are down. And we're just going to stay up here for a second, keeping your feet on the floor. We're just going to tuck the tailbone, push the lower back into the mat, and then untuck the tailbone, finding that neutral spine again. And tuck, exhale. Inhale, untuck. As you tuck, try to feel those sit bones pull towards each other here, really engaging those glutes lightly. And then untuck the tailbone, feel those sit bones pull away from each other. Let's go for 5 more. back to neutral and set your head back down. From here, arms can go by your side, the sides. We're going to slide the shoulders away from those ears still. Scooping those abs in, we're going to work on marching, which is going to help us work on our lumbo-pelvic stability, the stability of our lower back and pelvis as the legs move. So we want to move the legs independently from the pelvis and lower back. All right, so engaging the core to keep the back nice and stable. Pull the belly in towards the shirt, and we're just going to breathe into the sides and the back here rather than the belly. On your inhale, you're going to float the right leg to tabletop. Exhale, set it down. Inhale the left. Exhale, set it down. And keep going, you guys. You can put your hands on your hips if you want, just to make sure that those hips are not shifting as you're marching. Those abs are engaged. Let's go one more on each side. Last one on the left. Now bring your right leg to tabletop, hold. Make sure your abs are in, make sure your ribs are pressing into the mat. Bring your left leg to tabletop. So the knees are right over the hips, and I should still be able to see my toes right above my knees here. From here, we're going to go for toe taps. So again, stabilizing your back by activating the core. One leg taps down, hinging from the hip. Bring it back up. Inhale, it goes down. Exhale, it comes up. And keep alternating from right to left. Not letting that pelvis shift. So notice, I'll do it wrong. This is me, and I'll hold my shirt so you can see. Rocking my pelvis back and forth as the legs move. I want to keep it super stable instead. If this is hurting your lower back or kind of not really comfortable, then go ahead and press more of the back into the mat. And you can do this with an imprinted spine, meaning the lower back is pushing into the mat. One more. And go ahead and put your feet down and open those knees up. Let those hip flexors breathe. All right, legs to tabletop, hands back behind your head. We're going to inhale here. Chin to the chest. Exhale, curl up in one piece, right to the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. We're going to extend one leg out, bend it back in, and then the other. Again, if you feel discomfort in your lower back, or if you feel like your ribs here are lifting off the mat, you can extend your leg up higher, or just hold the abdominal curl, just like this. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, staying lifted to the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Let's do one more on each side. Last one here. And rest your head, rest your feet. Nicely done, you guys. We're gonna roll over on the belly. Okay, so since I'm on the reformer here, I'm gonna put my hands on the frames of the carriage. Heels together, toes apart. And before we start, so this is gonna be working our mid-upper back. We never want to feel it in the lower back here. So a little trick is to push the pubic bone into the mat and kind of almost like you want to tuck your tailbone, or almost like you could just put your hand underneath your belly. Try to keep that to start. Hands on the mat, kind of right below those shoulders. Slide your shoulder blades down your back so your heels are together. You're tucking your tail slightly, pushing the pubic bone into the mat. Abs are pulled in. Now hover your hands 1 inch off of the mat. Keep sliding your shoulder blades down. On your inhale, lift your chest up. On your exhale, lower down. And again, inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Put your hands back down. Same thing here. Try not to use your hands at first. We're going to lift up and then really push those hands into the mat to come up just halfway. Keep trying to tuck your tailbone so we're not dipping the hips forwards like this. And we're going to actively pull the hands towards our hips just to open up those collarbones a little bit more and feel it in our mid-upper back. And then release it down. Exhale. Again, scoop those abs. Tuck your tail. Inhale. Pulling those hands towards those hips. Exhale. Good. Don't lengthen your arms all the way. Just keep it small. Think about the collarbones going forwards rather than up. Let's go for 2 more. Last one. And come into a child's pose, knees nice and wide. Sit down on those heels and reach those arms straight in front of you. Breathing into that lower back. And you guys are done. So that was a short and sweet workout you can do to kind of work on your abs, work on your pelvic stability, work on your upper back, just to open up here. Hope you enjoyed the workout. You can subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I have a lot of different workouts you can do on the reformer, and I will post some more that you can do on a mat at home. Bye.